All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the one thing that every creator everywhere is chasing: how to go viral. Today, we're going to crack the code, step by step, and show you that viral videos aren't just an accident, they're engineered.
And boom, that's the promise, right there. This isn't just a hopeful wish, it's a headline that suggests virality isn't some random lottery you might win. Nope, it's a science, and it's built on proven ideas that you can actually learn and use.
I mean, we've all been there, haven't we? You spend hours, maybe days, pouring your heart into a video. You hit publish, and nothing. Crickets. Meanwhile, some other video just seems to take over the entire internet overnight. It feels totally random, and let's be honest, pretty frustrating. But what if it's not random at all? So that's what this is all about. We are here to crack the viral code. We're going to move past all that talk about luck and magic and get right into strategy. Because the truth is, behind almost every single viral hit, there's a formula. A repeatable, understandable formula. And that brings us to this really key idea. We're not just talking about one-off video ideas here. We're talking about something called viral blueprints. Just think of them as templates for success. They're frameworks built on actual human psychology. They're designed from the ground up to get people to watch, to engage, and most importantly, to share. So, what are these mysterious blueprints? Well, our source breaks it down into 5 core strategies, and these are the foundation for so many of the viral videos you see every day. This is the what of your content. This is the engine that's going to drive everything. And here they are. It's pretty straightforward, really. You can solve a problem, tap the zeitgeist, spark participation, satisfy curiosity, or tell a human story. See, each one of these taps into a really basic, fundamental human need. So let's break them down one by one. Okay, first up, solving a problem. This is the entire world of how-to content, and you can't underestimate how powerful it is. Seriously, think about it. Your kitchen sink starts leaking. What is the very first thing you do? You go online and search for an answer. So if you create a video that gives that answer clearly and quickly, you're not just making content, you're a utility. You become the solution people are desperate for. I love this one because really, why try to build a wave from scratch when you can just ride a massive one that's already there? The zeitgeist? That's just what everyone is already talking about. Think movie reviews that drop the day of the release, or explainers that break down a news story that's trending right now. You're basically tapping into a giant, built-in audience that is already hungry for that exact topic. Now, this is where things get really interesting, because you're shifting from passive watching to active doing. You know, all those challenges, dances, and trends. The format isn't just saying, hey, watch me. It's screaming, hey, join me. And that creates this incredible network effect where your own audience becomes your best marketing team, spreading the idea for you. It's brilliant. You know, as humans, we are just wired to want to learn stuff. So any content that can take a really complicated subject, like science or history or some super niche hobby, and just makes it simple and easy to understand, that is incredibly valuable. When you give a viewer that aha moment where something finally clicks, you make them feel smarter, and that's a powerful feeling, one they'll definitely want to share. And finally, we get to the most timeless blueprint of them all, just telling a good story. I mean, long before we had algorithms and analytics, we had stories. A video that can make you genuinely laugh or cry or feel truly inspired, that taps into something deep inside all of us. That emotional connection is, hands down, the ultimate reason people share things. We want other people to feel what we just felt. Okay, so you've picked a blueprint. You've made a brilliant video. But, none of it means anything if nobody clicks that play button. And that brings us to the second part of the viral code, what I like to call the clickability equation. This right here is the classic debate every creator has. What's more important, having the absolute best topic in the world or having the most eye-catching, irresistible thumbnail and title? Where should you really be spending your time and energy? Well, the truth is, they play 2 totally different but equally vital roles. Your topic, that's the promise. It's the real value that you're delivering. But the thumbnail and title, that's the packaging. Think of it like the front window of a store. It's got to be flashy enough to grab attention and create just enough intrigue to make someone want to come inside. And that's the big secret, right there. It's not a competition. It is never or, it is always and. The most successful videos are a perfect marriage between a great promise and absolutely irresistible packaging. You need both. A great idea with bad packaging is just a massive missed opportunity. So let's make this super practical. Here's a quick checklist you can use. Just ask yourself, does my topic actually solve a burning question for someone? Does my thumbnail spark some kind of emotion? Do they work together to create this little information gap that just makes you have to know more? And maybe the most important one, can someone get the whole idea in less than 3 seconds? Because honestly, that's all the time you've got. Okay, we've gone through the 5 blueprints for your idea, and we've covered the clickability equation for its packaging. So let's just bring it all home with one final, super important takeaway. Look, if you walk away with just one thing from all this, please let it be this. Going viral is not about getting lucky. It's about a deliberate strategy. It's about understanding why people click and why they share, and then making smart choices based on that, from the topic you pick to the thumbnail you design. You have way more control than you think. So, the formulas are on the table. The strategies are all laid out. You now have the blueprints that have been the engine for some of the biggest videos on the planet. The only question left is the one that really matters. What are you going to build?